Greetings and salutations and welcome back to a brand new podcast. You have clicked on the podcast that will change your life. This is it. Congratulations to the start of a brand new life. If you're wondering, whoa, what is this? This is your life. Yeah. Welcome back. It's your boy Ming without the other Ming because the other Ming is doing, I'm actually not sure where he is today.
The Ming thing.
He is doing the main thing right now. He's doing things that Ming does. But it's okay. It's okay. We're still going to give you that quality content that you want and expect every week on the Takeaway Table Podcast, aka Table Talk. It's your boy Ming and back with us for another podcast. It's the second time in a row. Highly demanded, much appreciated, hot property of the Penang market. It's your Penang guy, Desmond.
Hey, Taike, Takio, Apple, Ammeho.
What is that?
I just say good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Baby. Yeah, beautiful. And with us for the first time ever on the podcast, which is such a rare treat because she does so much work in terms of like the main thing, core, and even Takeaway Table. It's your girl, all the way from Ipoh, Vivian.
Hi. Sorry.
That's it? Why are you coughing on yourself, man? We're trying to get... It's the girl all the way from Ipoh. Give it up for Vivian.
Yeah, hi. I don't know what to say. Like,
okay, that's great.
I can't speak Cantonese. I'm sorry.
You can't speak Cantonese.
Yeah.
We need to dive into that. Why can't an Ipoh girl speak Cantonese?
I don't know. Well, you'll be surprised that a lot of Ipoh. Yeah.
Can you speak Mandarin?
Actually, I don't know. I can't speak for the whole population. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you should.
Yeah,
don't represent if you can't.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just yeah.
Okay, Vivian, can you speak any languages besides English?
I can speak Chinese actually.
Yeah. Oh, can you give us can you converse with Desmond?
今天你吃了什么?
Okay, it's not that good, but just
even I understood that.
我吃鸡。
你吃鸡？
吃鸡？
Forget it.
Okay, Vivian, we're going to discuss that in another podcast. Today we have two special guests with us because we want to talk about some stuff that matters. But before we dive into the podcast topic for this week, I just want to check with all of you who's listening in. How are you doing?
Yeah.
How's your week so far? If you're listening to this a brand new week, how's last week?
Yeah.
You know, we want to ask the questions that matter. Vivian, how's your last week?
What
day is this?
Today is Thursday. Last week was was it last week? Deepavali holidays.
Yep.
Was that considered last week?
I feel like it was this week.
Okay, that was this week.
Okay, can.
Okay, but yeah.
What do you do over the weekend, Vivian?
Yeah. I had our friends over. We had
we didn't come over.
Oh,
we're not friends.
Oh.
Anyway, I had friends over. We had steamboat and stuff. Yeah, it was great.
And ice kacang.
And ice kacang, yes, ice kacang. Yeah, we have an ice kacang machine.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Like manual.
Like a plastic one.
The crank, your handle kind of, right?
Up, yeah.
That's crazy. You'll crank it up.
Yeah, crank it up.
And I heard there were rumors on the street saying that there were haircuts given out for free.
Yes, there were haircuts. She cuts her own hair.
Hardly qualifies for a professional.
Yes.
Yep.
But she's brave enough to do so.
People call it brave or stupid.
I think
hey, shots fired, Natasha. We're not talking about you, Natasha.
Natasha.
How do you spend your long weekend? I think it's a 3-day weekend, right?
Yeah. During the weekend, I was working. Shooting some.
Getting that break.
Highlight. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Monday was a break for me.
No rest for the weary, man. Walao, this guy.
What is rest?
All right. What do you do on Monday?
Monday, I basically just rest at home and I edited some videos also.
So there's no rest.
Yeah, I kinda. Yeah.
What do you do?
Thank you, Vivian.
That's
Thank you, guys. It's so important, to ask those who are asking the questions. You see those people smiling right there, the saddest ones. What?
It's me.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm doing baby.
Melvin with the red lips. Okay,
there's no context to this, dude.
We'll explore that another time. What did I do over the weekend? I don't remember. I had breakfast by myself.
Yeah.
I'm sick. I'm still sick from last week. And then I just kind of had a family day on Monday and then chill out.
That's great.
Play some Call of Duty because it just came out.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of gunfire. It's crazy. We invited both of you in today. Actually, I'm gonna be real honest with the people listening at home. They invited themselves in because we were like, "What should we talk about?" And we were like,
Hey, pick me.
Yes, that's exactly what Vivian said. And he was like, "Choose me, about time." She didn't say that.
No, I didn't say
Vivian's
that.
very Vivian's the last one to volunteer for all things.
Yeah.
Unless it has things to do with EXO. And like maybe J-Park.
True.
More J-Park than EXO sometimes. Hard to say.
The
Hard to say.
bus, yeah.
We have both of these special people here today because all three of us actually represent a different stage in our lives, which I feel everyone will be able to relate to at some point or another. And you've either progressed through all these three stages or you are at one about to enter the other. What I'm talking about is singlehood, right? Relationships. We've touched about relationships in the past on the podcast before, but different elements of it. And so today we wanted to get the sort of maybe it's where you are right now and how does it feel, right? Does it suck being single? That's my question. Right? And right now at the table, let's just kind of check our single statuses. I'm not single. I'm dating.
I'm not single too. I'm married.
I am single. Wait, this is so weird to say that out loud. I've never said that.
I just follow what
Is that the first time you've ever admitted it like out loud like that?
I mean, no one asked me. So.
You see, that's the problem. That's the
Yeah.
first problem right there. All right?
Just want to say she's single
and available.
Yes.
That's great.
Desmond's not single, but he is not available.
okay.
What were you going to say?
Not available.
He's not available.
That's right. Okay, so let's talk about let's start with the one who's not the least single out of all. Because technically by law, on like when I register forms, I still have to put single.
Single, yeah.
Desmond, how long have you been married?
I've been married for 1 year plus.
Wow.
Wow. And what has marriage done to you?
Weight gain.
Okay. Okay. I mean, if we're talking about all true fear, yeah, you may have gotten a little bit chubby, but you know, I get chubby without marriage as well, so that doesn't count. Desmond,
Okay.
what has marriage made you? You're such a man now.
Like compared to when you were single, how
Yeah.
different are you right now?
I think responsibility because you have a sort of a small family. You have your wife to take care. Prioritize your wife. You know, you can't just do random hangouts with your friend.
I see.
And because your wife's still waiting at home.
Correct. Would you say you're very different being a married Desmond compared to single Desmond?
I think so. It has changed me. I think sort of because in terms of finance also, I tend to be more careful about it.
Yeah.
And I would want to strive for even more.
Yeah.
Because I want to give
In
the
the provide.
best.
Yeah, I love that. So we'll talk about that a bit more later. For Vivian, the opposite end of the spectrum, you are living your best life.
I am living my best life.
Rise and shine. You know, it's Babby Vivian. What is have you ever been in a relationship before?
No.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Like
Never.
Never.
Never ever.
Never.
And some of you listening to this, some of you might be like Vivian.
Yeah, we-
Never been in a
Yeah,
relationship.
people like us exist, you know?
Yeah, it's incredible.
true. Yeah.
I don't
It's
think we
sad.
should reveal your age.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's not.
But just to give everyone a rough idea of how old you actually are. Vivian's young, but she's not that young.
Young.
No, but she still is. Okay, Vivian's like in her young 20s. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
She is. Yeah, correct.
Correct.
Vivian's fresh and young.
Yeah.
She came to KL when she was.
Hey, how old was I?
I don't know. You came here to do what? College or
Yeah,
uni?
college.
Yeah.
18, I think I was 18.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was 18,
Okay,
yes.
and then she came to and then you know suddenly the world got a lot bigger, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
and then she's a very independent girl, independent woman living on her own.
Yep.
Sometimes with her mom, sometimes with grandmother,
Yep.
but you know we won't touch that.
Yeah, that's right. She's
Vivian,
independent.
you've seen your friends get into relationships
I have, yeah.
and get out of relationships.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a point where you're just like, oh man, when's it my turn?
Rise and shine.
What is that? I was singing a part of your world, My Little Mermaid. Vivian,
I guess-
I don't know. How's it been for you?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it does get like, sometimes I wonder like, oh, am I supposed to experience that too? Like, am I missing out on like things that I should be experiencing at like, you know, when you're 18, you go college, you go uni, and
You fall in love, right?
everyone just starts dating. But
Yeah.
then it's like, everyone except you, and then you just think, wait, am I the problem? Like, am I not part of what I should be doing? But then, so
have you talked to your friends about this before?
Yeah.
I'm sure they have asked you.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, my circle of friends were all single. So I think
okay,
that's rough. I think, I guess it's our problem.
Okay, yes. I was just gonna say, if all y'all single, it's not a problem. I think maybe we should also
everyone's available, by the way, if you're looking.
Check out her IG.
No, okay. So I think that maybe that's something that we should kind of talk about, right? Because Asian culture and families place a very big importance on being married. On like, married or not? Got girlfriend or not?
Correct.
So for someone like you in your young 20s now that you're working as well, right? Have those questions gotten more intense?
Yes.
Right? And what do they ask you? What's the general vibe of the room?
I mean, every time my grandma visits me, just ask, got handsome boy ask you out. Emphasis, handsome boy. But then it's like, at first it didn't bother me, but then the questions just got more frequent. I was like, oh, like, am I really missing out? And I went back to my college days. I'm like, hey, because I'm like at this age, I passed that age already. And then like people around me, like especially like in like my working environment, like everyone in the office is like dating or like married, and it's like
doesn't help that some people are married also here.
I mean, even my mom, that day she asked me like, if you're still single, would you go like for blind dating? I'm like, huh?
Would you? We'll get to that in a bit.
Get to that.
We'll get that in a bit.
This story is
tease that. I'm just gonna tease that.
So she asked me, would you go blind dating? Then I said, I don't know, like depends how old am I. She's like, maybe when you're 40.
Okay,
so
mom.
She foresees me being single until I'm 40,
right? So
there's
a problem there,
am I a problem? So it
okay, no. So I have to take that back. I don't think being single is a problem.
Yep, that's right.
Like we know a lot of single people. You, Jemson, Matthew, Kim, Jemson. Just to name a few, right? Just to name a few. But I don't think there is. Everyone has seasons, right? But I get where you're coming from, because you preface that whole sort of like story with the fact that you've never had a relationship before, and then now entering into this stage of life, everyone's dating, everyone's getting married, right? And like, whoa, I've never had that experience. As a creative, as a writer, I think we've talked about this before. There are things that Vivian has said to me like, like Vivian will be working on a project and it's emotional and it's a romantic story. And then Vivian like comes up to me and like, I kind of need a bit of help for this one. I say, why? You're doing great. No. I don't know what this part is supposed to be like. If it's a romantic dialogue, right? She says like, I can't write it because I've never had that experience. Right?
And that sounds so sad.
No. Okay, when you put it that way.
I'm trying to like not go there.
Just giggling. Have you ever felt like you're missing out? Like really like, oh man, I would love to have a partner.
I guess there are days where I feel like, I would love to.
Out of 7 days, how many are we talking about?
I mean, it's not that many. It's like maybe 5.
6. Okay,
thank you.
Just like every other day, it's not that much.
When I'm home alone, I just think,
and you're home alone great. Most times.
Vivian.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's
okay.
great. Single is great. Single is great. I get to be alone.
She's crying actually. For you.
Everyone who's not watching the video podcast, she's crying right now. Okay, so I think for myself, I've had the opportunity. I'm dating a very incredible girl right now, but I've had also the misadventures of dating too young. I feel like that maybe Desmond can chime in on this one. So some people hold out dating and start like playing the field until they're older, they're a bit more stable. When do you start dating, Desmond?
Actually, I'm not sure if my first is counted as a date. So this girl, when I was Form 1, 13 years old, this girl, she likes me. No, she didn't kiss me. Okay. No, she didn't.
What was that? Pause. That was quite weird.
So she liked me. Then she just kind of confessed to me. So
can you show us how she confessed? In the language, what language did she use?
Mandarin.
Okay.
So, 我很喜欢你.
Okay. In English translation, hey, I really like you.
Yeah. 我们在一起啊.
Let's get together.
Then as a 13-year-old young boy, I do not know what is that. So I'm just like, okay.
What were you expecting?
Because I do not know. I have never encountered.
Maybe got like snacks or something.
So what she would do is my best friend was just sitting behind me. She will always ask my best friend to sit where she sits so that she can sit behind me.
Yeah.
So she's taking all the move, all the initiative.
Wow.
I'm just the guy who just sit there and just like, wow, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just that.
Do you all ever like hold hands or anything?
No, she's always trying to make the move to get closer to me. Even on Saturday, like
so
we
sweet.
have co-curriculum.
Yeah.
She would actually ask me, "Hey, you done already in the activities? You could just come over to McDonald's and hang out."
Damn, she's so
Wow.
straightforward.
Yeah,
She knows what she wants,
Yeah,
man.
she knows. But then I'll tell her, actually, I'm home. I'm home already.
Why you're that bad?
I went back home already because my mom fetched me and all. So I mean, how do I tell her? I want to go McDonald's with who? I don't know what to answer, man.
Understand.
I'll get some wanking.
Choice of words. It's different. Whacking.
Yeah, okay. I think for me, I started. Okay, I mean, when we were young, everyone had crushes, right? My first time I ever admitted to a girl that I liked her was when I was also 13.
Oh.
And then things didn't work out. But after that, I think it's first time I'm sharing this on air. I think after that, relationships became like Pokemon Go to me. Just gotta catch them all. Anything you see, oh yeah, oh yeah. It became just Babby. Come here, man.
Yep.
But I feel that also kind of damaged my emotional and relationship life. So I don't wish that upon anybody. So I feel like it's not a bad thing that you've not dated. What do you think you're missing out on? If you had to put it into words.
Like, I guess I don't know. I'm also curious to know what am I missing
That's
out on.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
like,
from based on like
what is
the
it?
people around you who are dating, like what do you think you would like to experience? The first kiss.
The holding hand.
Holding hands. Hey, I have to say the holding hand thing is actually damn electric.
It's magical.
It's like, wow,
What is
you're
that like? What is that like?
Because it's like you, especially for the first time, if you like ever actually no, yeah, if with every partner or whatever, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the first time you're still friends, right? And then because the holding hands is the first part, it's always from freshly friends or freshly knowing each other, and then you're starting to transition into something special.
Correct.
And then like the lines are all grey and you don't know how far you can take it yet. The first time your fingers touch, you're like, wow, hey, wow, hey, you together now.
It's like, hiya!
It's a very good way of putting it. Beautiful. I feel so. Definitely, that's something. I think that's maybe something we laugh about it now, but when it happens to you, you'll be like, ooh, that's what they were talking
That's
about.
what they meant.
Yeah. What are some things that you enjoy doing alone that you feel like you would still retain when you have a partner? Because I think for me, something that myself and Desmond again can relate to is like as much as I go on dates with my partner, I love alone time. I love being alone.
That's right.
And there will be weekends because we only see each other maybe once or twice a week, and there'll be weekends and times where we are supposed to go out, but then both of us are like, no, let's just stay at home and do your own thing. And I feel like that's something. It's not something that all relationships can do.
That's
I
right.
think it has to be a certain kind of relationship. You need to understand each other. But because I know that you enjoy spending time alone
Yeah,
as well.
I do. I love just
What do you
spending
think
time
you
alone.
want to carry over and look for in a guy?
I guess it's just, I don't know also. Just like having like just a 24/7 best friend. Is it
Oh
like
yeah, that's
that?
essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Important.
Like
You
you,
get to talk
find
to-
something you like and then the person also likes it or whatever, then you share it with them. Then
Yeah.
it's like just, I don't know. It's just like the comfort of having someone.
Oh, I love that. It's so beautiful,
Yeah.
like the way she put it, right? Desmond, what's something that you do that is still trying to kind of make it your own me time sort of thing? Or like, is there any of that? Or do you just, everything also do with wife?
I think at home, how do we spend me time is that we will just say, okay, now we can just, if you want to play with your phone, you can just play with your phone.
Wow.
Then maybe we don't really have to talk at that time. Then and when my wife say, okay, that's it. Then
Oh
we get
wow!
back
So you
together.
guys kind of like,
Yeah.
you guys set the time and are intentional about it.
I will ask her, okay, is it okay if I play with the phone now?
Oh,
Then she say,
oh, that's cute. That's cute, man. I think,
You ask your mother.
yeah. Like, can I please
Can I
20
please-
minutes?
The thing is, I don't even ask my mom, man. You better ask your wife,
You better
because-
ask your wife.
or else you'll be sleeping on the couch today.
I'm so sorry, Desmond. No, I think that's good for me to know as well because I'm not living with my partner yet.
Yeah.
And when you live together, the dynamic changes, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And so essentially, there's no me time because like every time is
Us
time,
time.
right? And then I still see the need for me time and
Yes,
doing all
I
that. Vivian, what do you, man? So I feel so many questions to ask. Why don't you ask these questions? because you're the single one,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
are both like partnered. So I'll give you the short term version because I'm still dating, and then he'll give you the end goal version, which is married, right? Ask us a
I
question.
don't know. I guess not. I'm just curious. Like, is it like possible to to find someone that you like you and you like them?
Yeah,
Is
I think it definitely is.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel like, so I don't think being single sucks, but at the same time, I also think being in a relationship is a big beautiful thing, right? There is a connection, especially like if you've like you. I truly believe that there is always someone for someone, and then I'm not saying that. Yeah, again, being single sucks, right? I know people who have the gift of celibacy. That means they're single their whole life, and they're okay with that. That's something that they're like.
Because I think the
I'm
other day I
okay.
was just thinking to myself, like, is it a necessity or is it just like a want? You know,
Yeah.
like do you just?
What do you think it is for you?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a want, man.
Actually, I think it's up to you personally.
Yeah.
Whether do you want to be in a relationship and eventually
Yeah.
get married? Do you want?
I know a lot of people because like when I was younger, I knew a lot of cocos and chachas in churches, right? And they were dating in their like uni life and working life, but then some of them have ended just being single the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a situation of preferring to be alone.
Yeah.
Don't have to live with anybody. Don't have to like, not saying they're selfish, but they just like there's a preference lah.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Maybe I feel like you won't know it until you've actually kind of like dated somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that being said, you're in your 20s now. So definitely there will be some adjusting that needs to take place because you've been single your whole life.
Yeah.
When you get to like a point where you are seeing somebody, there will be changes lah. Like I think sacrifices for yourself also, like going out of your way to do something for that person.
Yeah.
And then trying to figure out what that person is feeling. Like that's the not so fun side of figuring out relationships, especially when
Is it
you
fun?
don't understand it. Is it fun, Desmond? Every night this guy is eating rice with his wife. So I
It's
think
2
that's
kg,
fun.
right?
Every night, dude.
kg rice.
Is it fun? I think it's fun.
Doing things with your partner.
Yeah. I think it's always a.
It's
You
fun.
get, especially if you, I feel like really like if communication is a huge factor of relationship, and if you can relate to your partner on a level that's not just physical, like emotional, like spiritual and like mental, right? And you have fun with your partner. Oh, that's like you really can't trade it for anything else.
Yeah.
Like traveling together, experiencing new things, eating, right? There's so much joy when you get to share it with somebody. It's like, in the office when we listen to great music or laugh at video, there's a human element of it, right? This is inbuilt in everybody. If you're with people and you're watching and enjoying something, you will turn to look at other people.
Yeah.
Right? Because there is it's inbuilt lah, the instinct to want to share.
You want to share.
And also you want to know how the other person is feeling, right? If we do that so much as friends,
Yep.
Imagine doing that, like you said, 24 hours with your best friend. I think it's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, Vivian, I think you have a good question that needs to be asked.
So on the topic of like your partner being your best friend,
Yeah.
what is the difference between like a best friend and a partner? If it's the same, why not just have many best friends?
yeah.
Like why do you need a partner?
Yeah. That's what. What made you decide to go from friends, good friends, best friends to dating Irene and marrying her?
It's just wow.
It's a hard question, man.
It is a hard question.
Yeah.
I think your partner or yourself as the partner is saying, if you're choosing to get together and getting married, you are saying to yourself that I'm going to be committed into this thing, whether for ups or downs. I'm still gonna stay with this person. So I think best friend. Otherwise, there's not much of commitment.
There's no commitment, man.
Now, basically, they just can. Today is your best friend. Tomorrow.
I'm out.
But it's not for every best friend. Not all of them is like that.
Yeah.
But for partner wise, it's a different case.
Yeah.
You are committed for life.
Yeah. I feel like you will know again when you feel it. Because like there is maybe like if I had to put it in the words is that desire to see that same person more, talk to that person more. And then you want to do everything with that person, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a desire for intimacy. And then like you want to share things that you don't want to share with anyone else.
Yep.
And I think that's essentially how you know that, okay, yeah, I'm serious about this person.
Yeah, yeah.
Then like cause like my girlfriend and I, like we started off as friends, and we were really good friends, and I was talking to other people at the time, and all that. But then what was it about it that made me realize, oh yeah, actually no, I'm really serious about this person. I feel like everyone has a different sort of maybe benchmark for it, which is also why a lot of people have open relationships.
Oh yeah.
Some people don't believe in marriage. Some people don't believe in dating. They just, I believe I'm seeing somebody. So like really loosely thrown around terms. I don't even know how it works nowadays.
Yeah.
And then like friends with benefits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
James, what? Melvin with the red lips. Vivian, maybe the next question I want to ask you actually was, okay, like it's really bad. Like how old is too old? That's one question.
Yeah.
Right? How old is too old to where you start to feel like, oh, what's going on? Right? Because your mom was like...
My mom was like 40.
40, but you're like, what?
You're like, wait, you think I'm going to be single for 40?
Say, mom. Say to my face. What do you feel at that point? It's like, oh yeah. Like, did that question make you take stock of
it did. Like, it made me realize like, oh, am I, like 40 and I'm single? I guess, I don't know. I probably wouldn't even think about relationships at that point. Like to me, that'd be too old.
Yeah.
But then who knows? There are like, I have like relatives who are like
40 and single.
Yeah, 40 and single, but also 40 and like dating and like they just don't want to get married. They're just like, okay, I have this partner. I'm just living with them, but I'm not married with them. But
a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
When was, because I'm sure when you were younger and your grandmother and mother asked you like, hey, got any handsome boys who go asking you out, stuff like that, right? Like at what age did you start to care?
I think now, actually, like recently only.
Okay.
I really didn't care when I was like maybe like a few years ago, but I think now because of the people around me, and then I realized, like my colleagues, you guys, everyone's like dating and getting married and moving on to this next chapter of life, and I'm like still. Like, is this like weird grey area between like I'm still young, but also I'm supposed to be doing something that makes me different stage in life.
I think age definitely has a thing because again like Asian culture. Our family they like to know.
Annoying.
Desmond, did you have that as well? Before you got together with Irene, did your family members start to ask you, hey, when are you getting a girlfriend? Or?
I think my parents they are fine. They wouldn't want to rush me because the thing also is I ended late. I finished uni when I was 23 or 24, I forgot already. So their thinking is that you should only get a girlfriend when you start working, when you are financially stable and you can provide kind of thing. At least you can afford lah. You can afford to have a girlfriend because have a girlfriend, you need to spend time, also spend money, also buying gifts and all those things.
It's expensive to have a partner.
I wouldn't say it's expensive. Expectations, man. You got to set down the expectations.
Correct. I think it depends on what you want to do for activities. Like you can't be going for
high tea every day.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You legit can't.
Yeah, you can't.
So yeah, I think that's a good point. Because for me as well, like I don't think my parents ever rushed me. They actually discouraged me to get girlfriends. Because they're like, no, study first and all that. Which is, I guess, I understand how it could be a distraction as well. But then maybe coming back to whether it sucks being single at this point. I think for myself, when I was single, I never found it to suck. I mean, of course, like you said, I would see my friends and even like MingH, he'd be dating somebody and like, oh yeah, I don't have anyone to go out with. But that didn't, I didn't feel like, oh, I'm desperate, I need to get someone now. I still hung out with friends, like girls and guys, and I'm like, oh, let's go watch a movie. It was very casual. You?
I disagree that singlehood sucks because my ex we broke up when I was 18 years old, so I was single all the way until I was 24, 25.
Whoa, dude, that's a long time.
That's 7 or 8 years. So in that time, I know clearly that I just want to be single until I meet the one. And that time, I told myself, singlehood, it's not going to be bad, man. And I know what my goal is. So I won't want to simply just get along with another girl.
Which makes me think also, like, when you are like younger, you have the chance to, just get around to know people, play around. But when you're like, you reach like 20s, it's like you're looking for a life partner. Which is like,
the commitment starts to set in, right?
And it's
you
like,
want to find someone serious. I think for me, I never saw singlehood as singlehood. I always felt like I didn't meet the right person yet. Like every time like there was a gap, or like when I was single for like a couple of years at a time, it wasn't because I was like, oh, I'm committing to the single life like Matthew, you know, like he says that. He says that, but he's hurting inside, you know.
Yeah, every time he says
we all know this. But for me, it was because like there wasn't, I didn't find anybody who was like, who made me feel like, oh man, I want to be with this person. And so it's like that will come along once in a while.
I really enjoy my singlehood lah. The 7 years or 8 years, I really enjoy myself just hanging out with friends. Just get out there lah. Hang out with friends, get to know people. Go hang out in a group of friends.
Yeah.
That's where you get to know more people, and maybe potentially that's where you might find your one.
Vivian, you want to say something?
Yeah.
I feel like you.
I was just thinking, like, maybe from my maybe for people who are like me, like how do you put yourself out there?
Yes.
Like, what does that mean?
You know, as in the office with our team, for everyone who doesn't know, we're really, really vocal about our opinions and stuff. And we love and care for each other very deeply. So we make jokes about blind dates, setting people up, getting the interns to come in and start like dating one of our people. And stuff like that. Sometimes we interview people based on their compatibility with one or two members. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's not about the skill.
First question we ask: are you single?
Yeah, are you single?
Single? Yes, you're hired.
Welcome. And I think there's a as much as we joke about it, right? I feel like there's something that a lot of people don't know how to approach. Because we've talked about this before. I talked to Vivian a lot. He's one of my best friends. I asked her like, Vivian, where would you go out of your current social circles to meet new people? And she was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Vivian's not like, Vivian stopped going clubbing every night.
I don't go clubbing.
Vivian never goes clubbing.
She used to have a VIP pass to track.
Yeah, correct. She like,
I used to know the bouncer.
Correct. He's gonna let you in, right? Free.
Okay.
But no, just kidding.
No, I don't know. I've never been to a club actually.
Vivian never indulges in that kind of stuff. And Vivian is quite a quiet homebody person. She prefers to stick to her friends and all that. So in terms of outgoing levels in this pool right here, it's Desmond, myself, and then Vivian. I hate people, so you can only imagine what Vivian feels like.
How much I hate people.
Vivian hates the world, right? But I think because you are starting to ask these questions now, like previously, I remember in your internship, and then we would try to set you up like, would you rather? No, I won't. But now, because you know, it's not that you're desperate for like companionship, but you are now exploring the idea of, I don't mind meeting someone. Right?
I think so.
Does that also open you up to the possibility of doing things out of your comfort zone? Like maybe I wouldn't say blind dates. Okay, would you go on a blind date? Let's go to the extreme. Would you go on a blind date?
I don't know.
Like
but if
properly
it's
vetted through, and friends we are joking, right?
Yeah.
But let's say we joke about it, but then we are like, okay, for real, like we found this guy, and I think he might be a great sort of like fit. Why don't you just go out and see if
where it leads.
Yeah, where it leads. But I feel like it can't work because Vivian hates going out with strangers. Vivian hates going out with people she doesn't know.
Maybe if someone comes along, like it's not just a both of us. Because like he's a stranger. Like I don't know him. Stranger danger.
Correct. Hang out in groups.
Yes.
Don't go out with that boy. Who's that boy? I don't know.
Correct. You need to go to know the boy.
Him.
What are we talking about?
We'll be slapping the
guy. Okay. To be fair, I think that's a great way to kind of like meet people with friends.
I agree.
Because I feel like you said, going out one-on-one might be too...
It's awkward lah.
Oh, dude.
So
it gets too personal too fast.
And also everyone will be on their best.
Yeah.
You won't...
Like, you won't be yourself.
You won't. You eat KFC with fork and spoon. Dude, can I just say that was me? Like some of the early dates I went out when I was younger, like I go to McDonald's, and usually when you go to McDonald's, what do you order? I order like a burger, right? I order nuggets, alright? And I order nuggets and eat cutlery. Oh my gosh. Because I just wanted to seem like proper.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The cringe.
This is such a great topic, man.
I'm dying. Vivian, maybe don't go on a blind date.
Okay.
Because I feel like maybe it's not something you enjoy. And knowing you, even in a normal environment, you're just like, when can I go home? That's you.
Is very true.
That's you, right? So maybe for everyone all of you guys who are single and you have friends who are pushing you to go on a blind date, meet this guy. No. Just tell them, don't be stupid, number one.
Yep.
Number two, why don't you come with me? right? Like make it a casual hangout, get more friends in, because I feel that's also very important when you meet somebody and you get to know somebody. Because like let's say for example, if I'm comfortable with the idea of a blind date and I only have seen this person in the context of one-on-one, I don't know what this person is like in a group setting. Like,
that's right.
Is she or he just absolutely terrible at reading the room? Are they insensitive? Are they rude? You know, I feel like those things are the things that need to be observed and seen in a group setting.
I agree.
Did you hang out with your girlfriend in a group setting?
Yeah, I did, because I already know the whole idea of hanging out in a group where when you like this particular person, that's where you get to see her true self. That's what I think. And honestly, my wife also when we are hanging out in a group, that's where she get to see my true self, because I am very vocal. I'm loud. People call me loud.
The loud bee.
Yeah, the loud bee, man. That's what they call me. So I remember her telling me that, wow, you're so different when you're in a group. So I started going out with her individually. And then, of course, being a gentleman.
You're just the sweetest.
I mean, why would you talk so loud, man?
Hey, are you hungry?
Ni hao ma?
Yeah, correct. But then in a group setting.
So that's when, because I had another of my best friend was there, so we were very close. So we would just joke about anything. I was so loud. Then she was shocked. She's like, "Wow, since when Desmond is like this? Is he even like that?"
Who is he?
Yeah. So after that, we started hanging out in a group. Then she got to know me even more, even better.
Would you be open to the idea of hanging out with new people then? It's a hard question. I know you don't like it, but do you think you would be?
I don't know. I feel like maybe,
You would, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for
what do you
fun.
think? What do you think the extreme of this would be? Would you go for like, I don't know, like?
I feel like a one-on-one day
hardcore.
out would be the extreme for me.
Okay.
Actually, the one-on-one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But would you go to like? So let's say for example, like Caleb was going to go for like a dance class. Would you go along?
I won't.
Okay.
Dance class maybe.
Yeah,
maybe let's say a baking class.
Baking class.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you meet people there. Then
Yeah.
Okay, you get to hang out. Okay, cool. I feel like you're a very good sort of like you're like the gel in a group. Like you help smoothen things and you help things kind of like flow and I feel like that's your dynamic in a group. You don't start, you don't kick off, you don't initiate. But once someone initiates, like what you do very well is kind of like carry on. Especially, to be honest, you've developed your social skills a lot in the past few years.
I must say yes.
Yes, I must say you are.
I think when I think back, like when I was maybe in Ipoh, when I was in high school, and I can't even like order food by myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? What was it?
I don't know. It was just.
Is it like anxiety?
People that just use the paper and just tick.
I just like leave it at the counter and I just run away.
Really?
No. But yeah, I couldn't like.
Oh my God.
I think it was like
You didn't like
even
human
hard.
interaction?
Yeah, I didn't like. I don't know. It was also even like just hard for me to just talk to someone.
I see.
It's like when I came to KL, because I was on my own, I had to just survive on my own and like
You had to do it,
by myself. Yeah, and then when my mom visited me, like after a few months I was in college, she's like, "Oh, you changed a lot." Then so and then I think I changed like every few years. Like
Everyone does, it's a
Everyone
growth,
does,
right?
yeah.
And I think maybe that will be the case for when you have a relationship as well.
Yeah.
Like your perspectives on being alone, being single, and then opening up.
yeah, like I'm so scared. What if
completely
like I don't like being alone? You know, like who am I? I don't know.
I think that's fine.
Oh.
Right, you know, like some of the funny conversations that we have with Vivian is that sometimes like we'll be out and then we see a couple being absolutely like PDA, right? Super PDA. And then
hate it.
and then we're like, ew, stop, you're nasty. But at the same time, like
Jamson.
I will Jamson's not a girlfriend.
Shucks.
Jamson, have you had a girlfriend? Yeah, we'll get him for another podcast. What I was gonna say was like Vivian would be like, "Oh yeah, I hate it, it's nasty." But then I said, "Vivian, don't say that now. What if you and your boyfriend like super
You
PDA?
never know.
I
You
never
never
know.
Like,
know.
they might be there like,
Yeah.
don't leave me. I'm just going to the toilet. I love you. Like they might be like that, you know.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine Vivian doing that.
Okay, but we cannot say that now because if it does happen, she will feel judged. So that's important for everyone listening to this, right? Everyone who's listening to this, if you have a friend who's single and you start to set up this expectation of what you want them to be like, I feel like there is, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a certain sense of like, you feel judged, prejudged, even before it happens, man.
Yeah.
Right? So what do you think is the best for friends who have friends that are single? Like, how can they best support you?
Oh yeah.
That's honestly the main takeaway for this one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so much just for the people who are single, it's for the people around people who are single. How can we best either help you or support you or stop doing.
I guess the first thing is like knowing whether that friend wants help or not.
Correct.
So if
True,
if they are not
yeah,
looking
that's
for a
good.
relationship, don't push it
push
on
them,
them.
That's
true, that's true,
But
that's
if
true.
they are open to try new things, then just like
That's a
good
like
point.
be like, oh hey, I know this friend,
yes,
and then I
yes.
think you guys will be great friends or
Yeah.
whatever. Just hang out, like don't
I think it's important not to judge as well,
Yeah.
because like they're like the friends who've been single, they're trying to find out who they are and who they are in a relationship as well. So it's important to give them that space to explore themselves.
Yeah.
So like for Vivian, like we don't know what kind of person she likes.
I don't know also.
Vivian she might only like swimmers. We don't know this.
Benjamin King? Hey, I didn't hear that. Can you cut that out, Ryan?
We're not cutting that out. Yes.
It's out, it's out.
But she might
no.
only like swimmers, or she might only like Singaporean boys. We don't know this. But you will find out. And then when you find out and you know these things, then we will share that joy with you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Desmond, any final words for people who are single, or people who are around single people?
For people who are single out there, I think importantly is don't rush.
Don't rush.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
be desperate because
Yep.
you don't want to get into the relationship with the wrong person at the wrong time.
You're right.
Wow, I love that. That's a good piece of advice.
Because if it might be the right person at the wrong time, you will still end up breaking
Yes.
each other's heart.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, that's
I guess that's the
crazy.
real fear, right?
No,
To
that
like-
is. Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that there needs to be a respect,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
for each other. And I think the more straightforward you are about expectations,
Yeah.
I think the better it is. It might be weird, like the first day. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, don't lie on the first day. Go and say I want 4 kids. I'm like, take it easy, bro. Like.
They're just laying it out.
the
Yeah, I
girls
want a
at home,
house.
man.
I want 4
But
kids.
there are people who are like that. You know?
That is true. That is
So
true.
we can't say it's wrong also. But I mean, just read the room, man. Read the room, right?
crazy.
Vivian, any advice for people around single people?
I don't know. Just
Don't push her.
don't push.
I think don't push.
Push, yeah. Okay. And for myself, I think it would just kind of be maybe for the single people. No, I'll start with the people around single people. Maybe for that one, just like Vivian said, don't push. Respect them as well. But also, if you feel, because sometimes people might not be vocal about what they want. Just ask them if they like to hang out with new people.
Yeah.
Ask them if they want to try new things or
Yeah.
meet new people and stuff like that. I feel like that's always a good opportunity, because what's the worst that can happen? They could just say no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And then but you don't give up. You keep asking, keep the channel open. And then one day they'll be like, yeah, you know what? I'll come with you one day and follow you to this. And then you'll be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You meet people there. But for everyone who is single at this point of time, who is either never dated before or you've broken up, and like Matthew, you are single right now. Don't worry. I think just take the time to build yourself. Take your time to be yourself. And just enjoy life, man.
Yeah, my mom always said like, just wait. The person will
It's
come.
good to wait.
But you know
It's
how
good.
long to wait? I cannot wait.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. For everyone else who's listening in, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys took away something and this benefited your life, because it probably should. If you want more Takeaway Table podcast or Table Talk, we're available on Spotify and Apple Music. We're also on YouTube, so check that video out.
Yeah.
Have a great week. Be loved and love people. It's your Penang Kia, Ipoh girl, and
Yeah.
KL boy.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.
And we
Bye, babe. Oh, no, not yet.
got our ending. Remember the red lips. 1, 2, 3.
Melvin with the red lips.